What I'd like to close with is just a quick story about song festivals, music festivals, the kind that we're involved in right now. These song festivals take place all over the world in the spring and mostly in the summer. And no place more importantly or dramatically do these song festivals occur than where Arneson comes from in Scandinavia. The Nordic countries of Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Finland, and then the Baltic countries of Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania have more singers and more choirs per capita than anywhere else in the world. And singing is fundamental to who they are as people. They're taught social studies and math through singing back and forth. And they learn about who they are. They learn their people's story and their history through singing. Consequently, these countries also, through their history, they've been overrun by other countries, whether it's Russia or Germany, or fought wars over and over through the centuries. And almost always, they sing through these battles. Most recently, in 1991, the Soviet Union was broken and pushed out of Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, actually by the choirs. It was a bloodless and violence-free war. It's called the Singing Revolution. Look it up. It's really an important event because it shows that singing can push back violence and push out evil and push back guns. That loving one another and singing together is really the answer. The Singing Revolution is a very powerful story. Last summer, the Estonians held their song festival. And it's a very small country of 1.5 million. But the choir from the University of Washington was able to participate in this song festival. And the choir had 30,000 people in it. They've built a sports stadium that's just for choir. Imagine that. And the whole stadium is a big choir riser. And they have an Olympic flame that burns during their song festival. And there were over 100,000 people in the audience. So between the audience and the participants, there were 150,000 people there. That's 1 out of 10 in the country. It was an amazing experience to sing with 30,000 people. At one point, I snuck out front to hear what it sounded like. But what really struck me wasn't just the sound. It was the feeling of all of the air coming out. It wasn't just what we heard. You could feel the breath of 30,000 people. It raised the temperature and the humidity. And I guess that's the place to close. But here we are, we can't be together because we're afraid of the breath that we might get sick from. That it's the singing or the breathing out that actually contaminates people in this day and age. And yet here we are going to sing and do the very thing that can cause illness, but we're doing it to cause healing and love and joy. I know that the majority of these festivals around the world have been canceled, and I don't know any that are still going. So you are a part of something very special, this virtual song festival, this virtual music festival, and I'm honored to be a part of it with you. I promise I'll be back. Have fun rehearsing, and I'll see you very soon.